Take a deep breath, maybe a few. Slow down your breathing. Feel it through your entire lungs, with your entire body, through every cell of your body, directed everywhere. Bring your attention to your beautiful muscle we call the heart. And breathe even slower, going deeper, feeling the connection, feeling the love getting stronger because you are giving it attention now, you are increasing it now, you are feeling it, you are amplifying it, you are energizing it. This mechanism of love, of beauty, of compassion, of gratitude, of care, of peace, of joy, unconditional love that is pouring from within you and pouring into you from other realms, from the beings of light that have gathered with you here throughout these days, preparing the space for you, and you in an unconscious way already prepared it for all of us, integrating the energies, coalescing the energies, this confluence of symphonies of vibrations, of frequencies, of tones, of light. Breathe and expand it even more. Let your minds rest for now, and maybe for the rest of the day. And allow yourself to feel more of your interdimensionality, of your beingness, your true state of being is not our body, is our energy, our soul that speaks constantly in a form that does not have words that come through our mouths, have patterns and energy that speaks in other dimensions. Breathe. Can you feel it speaking now to you and to those around you in vibration? What if you can walk in this state throughout the day? Yes, we still need to use our mind, our intellect, thoughts, being aware of things around us, of course, interacting with other people, but what if the meld of you with your energy, with your Merkava, your vehicle of light can get stronger and more integrated into your day-to-day life? Because these are the tools of now and the future that will support and advance and expand your awareness and consciousness to do the things that you truly came here to do. This is your time. This is the time of shift in the planet. And you are helping to shift and move it into a whole new place whole new future for humanity. Simply by being aware of your multidimensionality, your immenseness of love that you project with your attention, without the need to explain or say anything when you walk through the day. If spontaneously you are asked about what is that glow that you have today, or what are you doing that you're so happy, and maybe you will spontaneously have something to say or share a feeling. But simply being in that state creates peace, creates joy, creates solutions for others that you are completely unaware of, but the energy speaks and creates synchronicities and feelings for others. This is your way of supporting. When you don't have the words, you have the energy to speak for you. When you don't react, but instead you respond. So breathe in more in this space that we all gather together here in the Yucatan Peninsula, in Maya land. Let the ancestors and the ancients of this place speak to you energetically, give you maybe a message, something to take home that will support you as well. And in their quantum state of being, of course, they can even join you on your journey. This is the last day of the conference. It just began. Set the stage for you, for what you want to, well, in a word we can say, experience or accomplish today. Maybe there is one thing that you want to focus your energy on, and that one thing you will focus will also touch and affect the other things that you're wishing to change or to shift or to understand or to be more aware of. Maybe it's being more patient, maybe it's being listening to things, learning some things, understanding. Maybe it's a play, being more playful. So give your attention now to that one thing. And bring it closer to you. Closer to you, and just observe and see it changing. Use your focus, intention of love. Breathe. Love yourself even more. Love yourself even more. Love yourself even more. Let us open our hearts, consciousness to the messages, for the energy, for the wisdom, for the divinity, for the language and light from Alcazar, from Adironnda and Kryon.
Beloved ones, we greet thee, 'tis Alcazar. Allow this gentle energy to support you in moving deeper into relaxation. Rather than listening to these words, see if you can feel what is being shared. For the words are there to occupy the mind, so your mind thinks it knows what is occurring. The energy that is being shared is what is working with you on all levels, in all ways. Allow yourself to feel as well as just listen. You are creating your own energetic right now. If your focus is the mind, or if your focus is heart, you are creating. When your focus is in the heart, your creations are far more powerful. Even the thoughts, the words create. So we wish to say to many of you who we have heard saying, I don't know. Beloveds, if you are saying, I don't know, you are putting out to existence, to spirit, I don't want to know. So if you catch yourself saying, I don't know, change it instantly and say, I would like to know. Can you feel the difference between I don't know and I would like to know? Because, beloved ones, we are here, we are always available. And when you say, I would like to know, then it is possible for us to supply the understanding, the feeling that you are wanting to know. And if you are open, receptive, really wanting to know, then you can feel our response, which may come instantly or may come at some point later on when you are not expecting it. We respond to you. We respond to your energy. We come to these places, these gatherings, with no expectation. We respond in the moment to you. A few moments ago, when this one, Prageet, was talking, mentioning that he channels the dragons, did you notice the shift in the energy, the excitement? We did. Ram did. And he is here waiting. I am Ran of the Dragon Realm, and we greet thee. We are beautiful beings. Do not believe these stories where we eat children and princesses. No. Many hundreds of your years ago, many of you could see us, could see into our reality. Many of you loved us. But then came your various religions. They told these stories about us. They turned you against us. They turned you against the fairies. They turned you against the mermaids. They turned you against all that was natural. And in doing so, you slowly disconnected not only from us, but you disconnected from your expanded abilities. Beloved ones, welcome us if you feel a connection. Invite us to come back into your reality, your individual reality, to allow your senses to open and feel our presence. Beloveds, there is so much waiting for you when you allow yourself to move beyond the limitations that you continue to allow to be with you. Use these energies to step out of your self-imposed prison. Understand, you are the one that keeps you limited. Decide to be free. And Alcazar is wanting the microphone. We wish to know you. Will you invite us into your reality? I am Kryon of the Dragon Realm. And so, beloved ones, there is so much available to you. You do not have to be a channeler. The intention to be more of who you are. The intention to be willing to notice these unconscious programs that pop up. Let us say this: stop being polite. Start being natural. Allow your natural beauty, your natural radiance. In order to allow this, you need to be natural. Notice When your smile is uncomfortable, then just let it go. And when you notice this artificial smile, for example, just say, oh, I no longer wish to be like that. I wish my expressions to be natural. Beloveds, change is simple and easy. Let me say this again. Change is simple and easy. What is difficult is those moments before you change. The fear of the new you. But let us say this. With each change, you become more beautiful. With each change, your vibration gently raises. With each change, your ability to create a reality that you wish to live happens. Allow the changes that are wanting to come through you. Understand this. The changes want to come through you. Your mind, your habits are preventing these changes. Change is a natural flow of existence. We are all here simply to remind you. We are here simply to support you, to begin to access that which you already know. And so, beautiful beings, celebrate who you are now. Love yourself as you are. And celebrate who you are becoming. In love, we are.
So it is good day to you, huh? Very good to see your light, your wondrousness, your energy, your brilliance. We are honored to be here with our esteemed, dear friends, Alcazar, Kryon, and Elon. In that energy, know that we are honored to be here in your presence, dearest beings of light. Or otherwise we would just be a little interdimensional party happening up here without you, huh? So we are happy that you are here. You see, that information that you are carrying with you are new encodements that you have actually received while you are here in the Yucatan. On this node, it began a few days ago with the full moon of 12/12, on 12/12, at 12/12. Powerful day. And each of the connectors that anchored in. That is why several of you, if you are here in this room and not listening in the future, several of you feel like you have a bit of an energy hangover today, huh? Anyone feel like that? Yes, and the hands go up. Because of the major transformation that you are indeed experiencing. With each connection, think of the Ekbala, the temple of Ekbala, whether it is the star jaguar or the black star or the black jaguar. We heard all the guides say something different. And yet, At the same time, it is all three. One of the ancestors brought a message for those that were at the top of the pyramid. We wish to repeat that message for each of you. For that black jaguar is about transformation. It is about the internal transformation of you. It is about the acknowledgement and bringing in all things of your past. All things that you have ever experienced in all of your existences. And you're very old. And in all of those things now, you are transforming and allowing your spots of the jaguar to be seen. You are allowing your psychic abilities, your intuition to be heard. You are stepping into your present power of existence, knowing that with each step, your abilities get stronger and stronger. With each magnificent energy, each connection as you gather together in groups, your spots, your patterns, your old patterns that no longer serve are dissipating, stepping back. Your new, beautiful patterns, the new existences that you are stepping into are being seen. And with that being seenness, that is your gift to humanity. To allow yourself to be transparent. Many of my people were gentle, loving people. They had you step into their warrior self for their own protection and then dissipate it. You have been your warrior self. Now that self can move with the stealth of the Black Panther, with the focus of the jaguar, with the focus and wisdom of those ancients. You have walked upon their stones. You have walked upon their graves. You have moved through the energy of brilliance. You have encountered that focus that is truly you. And we celebrate that. Dearly beloveds, my light and love rests with you as you feel those power-filled energies moving through you. I hear some of you saying, I know that. I know that energy. I feel that feeling of power-filled love. That is what I bring. That combination of experiencing the dragon of Ra, the presence there, the power of that creation, that excitement of remembering, as our vessel Marilyn did when she rode with the dragons. And remember the pain when each of you saw the travesty of what was done. And then I came. And yet it happened again. The travesty of pain and suffering and torture. And I left for a time. And then you came back. Each of you. And I am so grateful for your presence. You opened my heart, for I am in yours. I am within you. Divine link, Marilyn. As people come up to her and say, teach me how to hear. And she says, how often are you still? For you see, dearest beloveds, in that stillness is where my voice is. In that stillness is where your voice is. In that stillness is where your jaguar is. In that stillness is love. The simplicity, the natural wonder of beauty of each doing their task, playing their part, enlightening others. I know, as Kryon says, our dear friend, you go from here changed. Please, hold that change in the nearness and dearness of your entire being. And as that, as you allow others to see your new spots, they are transformed as well, just by your presence. I have heard it before. They want what I have. They want what you have as well. That love, that joy, that essence, that experience, that radiance. It is no secret. It is nothing that you have to dig down into the depths of your soul to find. You just simply get the opportunity to allow yourself to be seen. And to know that now the promise is, it is safe. It is safe to be seen. It is safe to be you. You can tuck away the memories of the old world, for there is no paradigm for where you are. You are creating the new world. And for that I am grateful. I ask you to listen with your heart, not with your mind. I know Khatia. You also ma. I ought to clean to some market to neck a bata. I neck bacala. I no be a choir. No suka. I need a topa. Oh, to maka. I eat there. From the voice of the ancients into your heart. You are the illuminated ones. You are bringing forth the new wisdom. And for that we are so grateful. So honored, so in love with you. We thank you for saying yes to you. We thank you for letting yourself be seen. We thank you for seeing yourself. We honor you. And we bid you namaste. Namaste.
Greetings, dear ones. I'm Kryon of Magnetic Service. We are still in the Yucatan Peninsula. This is channeling number 5. There have been so many who have asked, what is the purpose, really, of channeling? In this session, there are 3 who are channeled for you. Human beings filled with the Spirit in a specific way. It would bring you so many kinds of energies, but all from the other side of the veil. It represents, therefore, a connection that you crave. And you crave it because you're not getting it. Not really, not getting it. From any other place. Now that's a perception. Dear ones, if you want to know what channeling is also about, it's knowledge, core truth, filled with that which is instructions that say, this is normal. And the connection that you can have is just like the ones in front of you. What is happening on the planet is the subject always of Kryon, change, movement, cycles. And those changes and those movements and those cycles are all about an energy that is consciousness. Some have said they don't understand what that energy is. And they would then put into that word energy what it means in 3 dimensions. And you'd be wrong. Suffice it to say that consciousness is one of the largest push-pull energies in the universe. Consciousness is not simply that which you define as energy. It is something that can move physics because it is part of creation. The consciousness you have as a human being is something I told you yesterday was variable. And yet those who study consciousness and the ways of thinking on the planet believe it is static. That is to say, it is what it is and it does not change. And the controversy is this: it is changing. And now you realize that it's not simply an energy as you would define it on the planet. It might even be a dimensional shift. Consciousness is far larger than you think. But the biggest thing right now that you need to understand about a changing consciousness is one word: connection. It starts to reveal that you have a two-way street of information, of emotion, of love, of intellect with the image of God. I want to reveal yet again that the indigenous of the planet, the ancients of the planet, seem to know this. Built into their cosmology, it is. Most of them will have defined levels of consciousness. They'll call them certain other kinds of things, but it's awareness. Truly awareness. More than 3 or 4 ancient tribes and systems and ways of defining cosmology on this planet have humans all starting underground. It's not a 3-dimensional idea, it's a metaphor. Whether it happens in Peru or happens in the Yucatan Peninsula or with the Navajo, you start underground. That's a metaphor for a low consciousness human being. And you come out of that low consciousness like a birth into awareness, into a school perhaps of lifetimes, where every single one of them gives you the opportunity for greater awareness. Some have up to 9 levels of awareness. Some have 7. Some have more. But the fact is, the idea is that you can climb that ladder of understanding of the connection to spirit. Every single human has the ability to move up into other awareness levels. Every human by themselves can move up to the place where they start to knock on the door of the veil itself and move into another dimension. That comes from the ancients. That comes from those who lived here. Now wind your way to 2019 and tell me what you see. The major religions of the planet, those belief systems, basically have 2 levels. You're included or you're not. How do you like it so far? You've completely and totally lost the idea that every human by themselves has the image of love and compassion of God in them. And through their own efforts and awarenesses, can shine light or not, and go up those levels or not. But you're told today, dear ones, that there is no connection. There's no connection at all unless you do this or that. Then you're included. And then, of course, if you're among those who are not included, there's punishment for not being included. That's the children's version of a beautiful, beautiful awareness system. That's the children's version. And the ancients who lived here had the adult versions. Connection is what is starting to happen on this planet that is different than it has ever been before. The channels you hear today, one by one, are giving you the same information. Gentle, beautiful, loving, compassionate information that says you are enabled to go into these levels of consciousness by yourself and start feeling the connection. That's where consciousness is going in this new time. Yesterday we told you this, gave examples of this, but it's more than that. It's an explosion to enlightenment, dear ones. When you pass a certain level, it's like a spark comes into your life. It's like, oh my. And some humans crumble at the truth until they can understand that in every cell of their body is the Creator. Some stand tall and move through it, depending upon how surprising it is to you. And the biggest surprise that I've ever given to you in the 30 years isn't a surprise to an indigenous or an ancient, but it is to you. That you arrived on this planet totally, complete, magnificent, and ready to go. There was no dark energy that laid on you from past performance. Even karma was simply part of the learning of awareness. You arrived pristine and beautiful and pure, and you still do. I'll tell you, dear ones who sit in the chairs or listen to me, if anyone tells you differently, they may believe it. But it doesn't make spiritual sense at all. For the Creator's image to put you on this earth hobbled and broken and dirty, there's no reasoning for this. Magnificent you are. And those who may sit in front of me feel that that enablement is theirs because they have been through lifetime after lifetime of experience to bring them to the chair or to hear these words, and they intuitively know it. Those who hear these things for the first time from this voice sometimes are touched. In a way they ask, why am I here? What am I here for? I believe this. What am I here for? And I'll say what I said yesterday. You're here to find this out. Not to do something, but to be something. And what you're going to be is an anchor, a lighthouse for the rest of the planet, who also has the ability to connect. Last channel of the day, I'll talk about the human soul. How could you possibly have a divine soul and believe he came in dirty? Doesn't make sense. If you see what I'm saying, and you hear what I'm saying, and you want to understand this fully, you came ready to receive this information. Some of you are ringing with it right now. It's true. The light that you carry is the core truth that the indigenous here knew. What they did within their cultures, not all things appropriate. No culture is perfect. But the shamanic energy and the cosmology is what you're looking at. And that often told of a true and complete system of God filled with compassion and love, and levels of awareness, multidimensionality, healing. so many of the things that are not part of any real belief system today. I close with this. There is no system of God. Controversial, there are no rules of God. What there is instead are levels of love. As the human being with free choice becomes more aware, all of the things that you would define as rules are intuitively given of how to treat each other, of how to work the puzzle of your own culture, of integrity and what to do next, the best way to live, the right way to think, all intuitive, filled with light, because that's the image of God. So you might say the image that you came in with is intuitively yours, innately yours, to discover the things that are already yours to discover. It's inside you. It's not on a tablet somewhere. It's inside. It's not an obscure teaching that you're going to have to study, dear ones. It really isn't. It's inside. The ancient core truths of everything you ever needed to know is built into your DNA. On purpose, ready for discovery. And all it requires is connection. Are you ready to connect? You wouldn't be sitting here unless the answer was yes. Dear Spirit, you might say, I am not just willing to connect, I am connected. Help me get out of that mire of belief that says I'm not, or I can't, or I never will. But those things are the children's version, and they're not true anymore. Just like certain mythologies you were given as a child, you learned differently as you grew up, and now you're growing up. Be connected this day in a way you never have before, because once you're connected, you're always connected, dear one. Free choice? That can take you backwards if you want to, but then you're in denial of being connected. You are. These things I give you are true and given in love. I'll be back. And so it is.